What's up everyone? Today we're discussing what to expect when taking C207 Data-Driven Decision Making at WGU. If you are pursuing an MBA at WGU, this class is one of the required classes you need to take regardless if you're specializing or not. If you are new to this series, hi, my name is Terry, and this is my journey to get an MBA in IT Management from Western Governors University, or WGU for short. The other videos in this series are linked above and down below in the description. Now let's get into C207 Data-Driven Decision Making. When I first started this course, I didn't think it was going to cover that much or go that in depth. The name is pretty broad reaching, and for the other classes that are phrased in a similar fashion, like ethics, marketing, global economics, etc., I thought this class was going to be a high-level overview type of class. Boy, was I wrong. This course covers all the ways to process data to make decisions, hence the name, but more than that, it shows you how to interpret data so you can make decisions without having to be an expert on the topic. For example, as an IT professional with over 20 years of experience, I can say Unify makes bad business grade products because they historically have no or poor support, buggy firmware releases, gimmicky features, and routinely have shipped new flagship products without the flagship feature that was advertised. I can say that because I have first-hand knowledge from being in the field working with these products and the products from competing manufacturers. Now, let's flip this into the business world example. Let's say I go out on my own and I start my own IT consulting business. I know a lot about Microsoft and other business and enterprise grade technologies, but real world marketing efforts, not so much. How do I determine if my marketing endeavors are significantly helping my company attract new customers? That's where this course comes in. In the beginning of the book, through topic 2, you prep to do task 1, which is a templated linear regression. And you are lectured about using the desktop version of Excel repeatedly. Then you continue reading and watching LinkedIn learning videos about decision tree and quantitative analysis until you reach the point where you have to use their template and write a paper about a decision tree analysis scenario while being lectured some more about using the desktop version of Excel. Seriously, it's overkill on how many times they mention it. In both tasks, they are leaning very heavily on verbiage. And instead of saying definitively 2 + 2 = 4, or yes, your ad spend is leading to more growth, but rather there is significance between the two. I had a question about task 1 and I tried reaching out to a course mentor about it, and in my simplistic business casual toned email, I was shot down because I wasn't using the right tone to ask the question, which in reality was the problem I was trying to clarify. So, chicken and the egg scenario. But I moved on. I did task 1 and 2 with my logical best guess starting point. And then I had my buddy ChatGPT double check the language and terminology items in between the task requirements and what I wrote. Oh, ChatGPT, sometimes you make up information with the confidence of an excited toddler, but you never talk down to me for asking a question. And I'll never talk down to you if you leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know how your WGU journey is going. All right, shameless plug over, back to the course. Now you're done with Excel, and it's just reading and watching multiple LinkedIn learning courses that they've woven together. It's a little repetitive sometimes. This includes going over all of the analytical tools and how they are calculated, and going back to middle school or high school and talking about the mean, median, and mode and everything around those statistics. Then you jump into quality and process improvement ideologies like Lean and Six Sigma. And if you're feeling really spicy, you can learn about Lean Six Sigma. The last 2 sections are essentially giving real world examples of analysis and process ideology in specific industries like government, healthcare, or manufacturing, and then how interpreting that data has different outcomes depending upon which sector you're in. At this point, if you're like me, you're probably worried about being able to recall all these formulas and meetings for the assessment. So I created the flashcard deck that's available on the WGU Connect/course SharePoint site. Side note, if you're doing this course in the future, hopefully their migration to SharePoint from their various other platforms is complete, and hopefully they get some SharePoint experts on staff because this transition is rough. for some departments. Also, WGU, if you're watching, I do have a lot of SharePoint experience, so if you want to work out a work-study type thing, you know, feel free to reach out down below. Anyway, making the flashcards and flipping through them when I was stuck in meetings that could have been emails helped me review for the assessments. As far as difficulty goes, I feel like I got a lot more math-based questions in the pre-assessment than I did in the final. That's probably because you can technically use your notes in the pre-assessment. I didn't inventory it, but it was like 1/3 to 1/2 of the pre-assessment was solid math. And then in the final, there was like 3 questions that had math, and then the rest of it was conceptual. I don't know if this was intentional or if I got really lucky, but after taking both C213 and 214, which are the accounting and financial management classes that are also very math heavy, both of those classes have cheat sheets of the formulas in the assessments for you, versus C207 does not. So that's a long way of me saying test. I think they test your knowledge of doing the math when you can use your notes, and then test your knowledge of the concepts when you can't. That's C207 in a nutshell. They weave their book in and out of LinkedIn Learning, Excel, and then test you on it at the end. As I just alluded to, I am further along in my journey than this video says that I am. So I'm going to go record the next video, and I'll see you over there. Bye now.